Look, new cargo e-bikes, they're a dime a dozen these days, but this is one you're actually going to want to check out.
Hey everyone, Micah here with Electrek, and today we're reviewing this awesome electric cargo bike, the Velotric Packer. Come along with us while we check it out.
The Velotric Packer 1 has to compete against a pile of electric cargo bikes, but it actually does a great job of stacking up well thanks to its impressive performance specs, unique built-in features, and extra nods towards safety. Let's dive into all of those. First, the specs. The bike is powered by a 750 watt rear hub motor that's hidden back there somewhere, I promise, even if you can't see it, and it's actually got 1200 watts of peak power. That's more than most people need, but will be great for any time you're loading down the bike with extra heavy loads or tackling big hill climbs. The top speed is 20 miles per hour on throttle or pedal assist, which makes it a Class 2 e-bike out of the box, but like Velotric's other models, you can actually unlock it out of its Class 2 settings to get up to 25 miles per hour if you're so inclined. The bike isn't light, but also isn't as heavy as some other long-tail cargo e-bikes out there, tipping the scales at 75 pounds. The use of a smaller 20-inch by 3-inch rear wheel helps save a bit of weight and keeps the center of mass lower in the back, while the larger front tire gives better rolling resistance over obstacles, though that front suspension fork is where most of your comfort is really coming from. With 3-inch wide tires, you're getting something between normal and fat tires, so you've got some decent cushion there too. Next, the bike is powered by a 48-volt 14.4 amp-hour battery with 692 watt-hours of capacity. This is alright, it's not a huge battery, it's fairly average for the industry, but it's probably more than most people need on a daily basis. They tell you you're going to get over 50 miles of range on a charge, but of course you're probably not going to be riding in pedal assist level 1 all the time, and so very few people will really ever see 50 miles of range on a charge. If you like to ride with the throttle most of the time, 25 to 30 miles of range is still possible, especially if you spin those pedals once in a while. Hey, it's still a bike, remember? So now that we've got the major specs out of the way, let's look at what this bike can really do. Of course, there are a lot of great cargo accessories, and I love the quality of the baskets and the basket liners from Velotric. That's really nice stuff right there, even with this great little zippered section for smaller things. But what I really love is the passenger potential here. I added the running boards to give a place for little feet, and then I took my two nephews aboard as living, breathing cargo with health insurance. There's a different dynamic to the bike with extra weight on it back there, though the long rear rack is rated for 176 pounds, so you don't have to worry about whether it can handle a few kids. I also put the handlebar accessory on the back, so they had something to grab onto. I found that the kids actually really like that, and it makes them feel more secure back there. My two nephews are 9 and 11 years old, so I could trust them to just hang on and be well behaved back there, but if you've got smaller kids, you may want the child safety balustrade accessory, which I call the kid cage. For my 5-year-old niece, this one was going to be important. Sure, she may look cute, but she's cunning. She'll shiv you with a Lego and be halfway to Tallahassee before the first drop hits. So for her, I knew the kid cage was going to be important. Plus, I'm not sure if you're technically supposed to put 3 kids on the bike at once, so I figured the more containment, the better. It's not exactly roomy with 3 kids in the cage, but it seems to work just fine and they all had fun. You could definitely do this as a daily carpool vehicle, at least until the oldest starts to be too embarrassed to get dropped off at school by his parents, or in this case, his fun uncle. Lastly, let's talk safety. The Velotric Packer comes with a UL-listed battery, which is key when you want to feel confident about the safety of charging your e-bike in your garage. But even more than that, the entire e-bike drivetrain on this bike is UL listed as well. Plus, the bike has 4-piston hydraulic disc brakes, which is what you want on a heavily loaded e-bike. Those stoppers are punchy and work well. Then you've got that Y kickstand for safe and stable parking too. And the bike even has Apple Find My integration, meaning you can use an iPhone to locate the bike if it gets stolen or if you just forget where you parked it. What that really means is that basically there's the guts of an Apple AirTag inside of the bike. As long as there are people walking around with iPhones, which is most of the Western world, you'll be able to find the bike. If there were 2 additions I could add to the Velotric Packer, it would be a spring on the steering column, like some other cargo bikes have, to make it easier to push the bike around in your garage and keep the bars pointed straight. and perhaps a torque sensor for even nicer pedal assist without the sensor lag. But for the MSRP of $1,999 or the current sale price of $1,899, I can't really complain too much here. Torque sensor e-bikes usually cost much more, and you're getting a lot of great features and performance here. Plus, I love that sky blue color, though it's also available in a less interesting gray color. All told, Velotric has absolutely nailed it with the Packer. Are there cheaper options out there? Sure, but few have this combination of safety and performance features, let alone things like that Apple Find My integrated tracking system. And none of them have all of that for this price. So I give the Velotric Packer 2 thumbs up. In fact, I think we give it 8 thumbs up.
Thanks for watching, everyone. We hope you enjoyed that review of the Velotric Packer. If you did, why don't you give this video a thumbs up? And don't forget to subscribe either, so you won't miss any of our future electric vehicle videos. We'll see you here next time.